Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and I welcome you to my Scrappy Kathy channel. It is Scrap Squad Sunday, and I'm lifting this amazing page by Claire Hawkins for my creative scrapbook, and she's using the Jen Hadfield Peaceful Heart collection, I think, in here because I recognize some of the leaf sprigs, and I have some of those very same leaf sprigs in here. I have 3 buckets of ephemera and 1 package of ephemera from 4 different collections, and papers are scraps from the Vicki Boutin Where To Next 6x8 pad, same for the mats behind my photo. Basically what Claire has done here is built 2 corner frames, half frames, and then filled in. This is the photo cluster, so it's larger and has more stuff, and this is just where she put some sentiments and so forth. I have an idea for that. I'm gonna see if the scale works right for me to use this envelope from the from Where To Next. And the photo I'm using is one I took of myself to show Katie when I got my new glasses, and they're I just got those recently. It was time for a new prescription, and I took this right outside the doctor's office. I can recognize the parking lot back behind me, so it's a car seat selfie, and I love these glasses because they're John's. They were I had my prescription put in John's frames, and he always loved how light they were. I think he had these for 2 prescriptions worth. He just didn't like any other frames as much as he liked these. So when it was time for a new prescription, he had it put in here. So this was the last pair of glasses that he wore on this planet, and I've had them. I actually put a prescription in. You don't need to hear that anyway. But I never wore them, and I somehow am inclined to wear them now. So it's what I've got, and here they are. So I'll put those back on. I noticed that Claire's little frames have curled ends, except for the shorter inner pieces. So I'm going to do that same thing. I wanted something that was fairly small to roll the papers on, and I'm not going to worry too much about how much they're rolled. I'm just going to kind of let them do what they want to do. I'm going to place this what looks like maybe an inch down from the bottom, and I'll put this, I didn't put that over enough. Let me do this. Well, I'm gonna actually kind of maybe halfway measure. I'll put that an inch down, and I'll have it more than an inch or less than an inch here so that these can crisscross, and then this will be about an inch over as well. So that's there. If I need to glue it down anywhere, that's easy enough to do. I just wanted to get a little adhesive on it to start. And I'm going to do this one pretty much the same way. I'm going to use my guidelines here to get that about an inch out. or an inch over, and this an inch up. There. Okay, so that's that's round one. I'm going to curl these red ones, which go next up at the top. Oh, that, and those are cut shorter, and I'll situate them a little bit. I'll kind of do some overlap. I'm not sure how that was done. I'm gonna do it, say, like so, and then I kind of want that down a little bit, so I'll do that, and then let's curl that up a little bit more. I'm trying to see if I cut enough pieces. I kind of cut scraps and didn't really get very mathematical about how they would go. And I'm going to be fairly, yeah, this is the next one here, and it doesn't get curled, so I'm going to cut a little off the ends and kind of just tack it down like so, with maybe a little bit of overlap and a little bit of crossing. So if that does show, it kind of has a consistent look. Is that working there? I might need this a little more out here. There. Okay, and here I had to cut the stripes, or I did cut the stripes across, and so it's the same paper, but I have a little different, I'm going to have a little bit different look down here, and I think that'll probably be all right. I'll put that right there. And I'll curl up the blue side. I have some small fussy cuts from scraps that I may or may not use. I'm going to do that, and then these I'm just going to snip off, and I'm just eyeballing that, not worrying too much about where it ends up. Okay, so my frames are built, and let's see about putting things in them. I'm going to do my title with these Obed Marshall letters. I've got these mats, and I have foam in between them all, just to give me different layers to tuck embellishments into. I think I can put my paintbrush back away there, and then here, and I'm going to kind of tuck it a little bit overlapping there. And I have this tag, which is meant to come out from under it. I'm going to have some embellishments, like a large leaf embellishment that'll come up from here, so there will be some balance, but I need to put a little foam behind that. Let me get the get this stuff out of the way. I'll get those sheets of foam out, and I'm going to take this kind of thick foam, and where did it go? Here it is. I turned it over onto the white side and then didn't see it. Okay, there. I kind of want to get this in before I do the tag. And the tag's going to be up on foam too, so let me do the title. I want the word new right here, and then specs on the tag. And I'm going to cut the tag shorter just so that it's more in proportion. I made this from a scrap from Where To Next, and I'm going to cut these little tails shorter here. Maybe that one was a little too short. All right, let me get some foam, not quite that thick. I don't want the title to be at a very different angle from the second word of the title to be at a very different angle from the first. So I'm putting this kind of under, and it's gonna come over here close to the papers. So let's do this right now. N-E-W. Put that there, and I'll kind of, if I have to glue that down, I will. Let me get my tweezers, and I'm going to get that back up a little higher and closer to the first word of the title. That is a technique that Claire also used. She used two different fonts. her title is Love This, and she's got love on the photo and this down there. So I'm sort of honoring that. When I love a layout, I really try to honor the things that I love about it. So that kind of requires a little bit of deciding. Sometimes I see different things from other people when I look at layouts, and that's what makes all the Scraplifts interesting. They've all seen or been inspired by something, and it's usually different from what the next person's inspired by. I'm gonna do this let's see, what I want is for that to kind of hide under there so you can't tell that it isn't completely round. And that's a trick that you almost always requires a sort of corner with some stuff, with some embellishing around. So let me, and I just, when I cut the yellow paper to size, this was the reverse of it, and so that's I just cut these from those scraps. Okay, there, that works, and I have a blue one that's similar that I may use down here. Now let's try this. It's really too big, isn't it? So I'm going to hunt for something else that would work there. The scale is just too much. I kind of like, I like this map piece, which I could cut in half and layer it over here with another, larger embellishment, but I'm not sure. Let's see what I have in the packs of things that I have. There were no like little 3x4-ish kinds of things. There are these tickets. I could pick maybe 2 of those. Not tickets, but stamps. There's this that says, "Shine bright like a diamond." There's this that says, "The best." These are from Cocoa Vanilla. Let me pour these out so that I can see them. And there are some just generic ones that don't have any sentiments. I kind of like these flaggy sorts of things and the pinwheel. So if I picked a plain one like so and layered that kind of on top of it, and then did a, let's do a different color of butterfly right here, that might work. But the style of these flowers is different from what I'm using. Maybe I should go with one of the Cocoa Vanilla butterflies, like so, maybe. And kind of layer that a little bit underneath there. I kind of like that. Let me see if there's anything else. I do want to use these two flowers from Where to Next. And I probably would put that one there, and this yellow one maybe right here, layered underneath this guy with the butterfly kind of bridging it, and then use a leaf sprig there and a leaf sprig here. Let's try all of that, and then I have some more of those things. Okay, so what I want is this has to be highest, so I'm going to cut a piece of the thickest foam. I've got a doily here that's hanging around where it's not wanted, for this layout anyway. Okay, so this guy is gonna go right there. I don't suppose there's any right or wrong way for that to be. I'll put this on that thick foam as well. I'm gonna hook it kind of that way. And then I'm gonna put this flower on the less thick foam. I'm gonna curl it. I have to remember to glue that one down. I will scooch it under like so. I'll put a little bit of liquid glue on the leaf sprig and tuck it under. Just to make sure that's making contact. Let me burnish it with that. Okay, and now a little bit of the skinny foam on the butterfly. And I'm speaking with a pen in my mouth, which is not a good crafting practice. Let's see. I'm gonna go like so, and it seems like I should maybe do something else kind of right in here. It's like it needs a word or something. I'm gonna take, because I'm doing these, well, while I think about that, let me curve the petals on this and tuck it in there where it's gonna go. And then I'll worry about where the umbrella top pinwheely things go. And I'm gonna put that right there. Oops, that is it's not. There we go, and that is stuck down. I have another bit of a pinwheel. That has a blunted edge that I think could go right there. And then I've got this red one which could go here. And let's see, maybe this could go right there. Why not? And I need, this has a squared edge or down at the bottom, so I kind of want to hide that. There we go. And I'm going to get another one of these cocoa vanilla butterflies. And I'm going to use it just on the paper, kind of flying up towards here. And I will save these two butterflies for another page. I'm going to put that up. Now I'm going to start adding a few things up to the photo cluster. There's so many different styles of butterflies. There is a, in the original, there's a rainbow that kind of is layered over like so. And I don't know that that's a little bigger one than I had planned to use. And I thought there was another one in here, but I'm not seeing it. Let me look and see if I put it in the wrong place. Oh, there it is. Let's see if this works better. I don't like the blue, this gray blue with these other blues. I don't like it as well as this. In this case, that orange color and the gold, you know, kind of work, and the blue is just a small bit. I'm gonna do it so that it comes over the photo slightly and maybe joins up with this flower. So I need a thick piece of foam behind it, and we'll see how well that works. And I won't be using this card, but I love it. So let me put it back where it belongs. Where did those things go? There's the Vicki Boutin stuff right there. And I love that envelope and wish I could have used it, but I think that's okay. let's see how this works. I know I want that hooked over, so let's, okay, that seems to work. And now I'm going to take a cue from the original. She's got a flower tucked in up here, and I want to add to that kind of orange color, so I'm going to stick this flower up there and kind of tuck it in. This goes, you know, well enough with that pinwheel. I think I want it behind this piece of paper, kind of coming out from a couple of the other layers. And I might want this, let's see, where did the tweezers go? I might want this guy up above it. Might want it behind that guy. Would have been nice to have thought about that ahead of time. But as you can tell, I rarely plan my pages. Okay, so I've got a couple flowers there. I've got my title there. Down here, I think I need a bit of greenery or something. Here's that's a lot, but if I just took a small bit of it, like I can fussy cut this part out. Kind of have it tucked in over there, and then I have this, and I'm gonna fussy cut some glasses off. Unfortunately, I don't have any whole blue ones, so I'm going to I'm gonna cut the red ones out, I think, or the orange. Let's see if I can get a little foam back here to give that some depth. I just, you know, kind of treating most of the embellishments like just little pops of color. And that paper curl can go in there. That kind of grounds this oval piece. So I'm going to cut both the orange and this half a pair of blue. And I'm going to put the half pair maybe right in here. And this is from Cocoa Vanilla Sunkissed, whereas everything else is from Cocoa Vanilla Happy Days. And I've got the Vicki Boutin Where To Next, which really coordinates nicely with Happy Days. And I'm going to put a tiny bit of foam behind it. And see if I can tuck it in so it looks like it's a whole pair, but that's the only part that's showing. Oops, that hasn't been glued down. So let's take care of that. I wasn't sure I wanted it there, but now I know I do. There, and then this will kind of be peeking out from underneath that rolled piece of paper. And now I'll do and I want to get a couple hearts. I have to have my overlapping hearts, and it's even better that these are two colors that aren't necessarily related. I'm going to put them down here as soon as I finish fussy cutting this pair of glasses. It somehow gives me great comfort. Number one, John was definitely right about these being very light and comfortable glasses, and they fit perfectly on my nose, as they must have on his. And because they're blue, they're navy blue on the outside and kind of a teal-ish in the parts that don't show the under. So there's a little of that. That's kind of what I see, is the teal part. But these are transitions lenses that change to sunglasses when I get out in the sun. And they've had them, instead of changing to the kind of greenish brownish sort of color, they changed to a dark blue, which is beautiful. Okay, there. Maybe right under that flower. Or do I want it down here by the title? Let's see. So that, like, it would kind of be tucked in there. Don't like that. It's a cool idea, but I don't like how it looks. Okay, I'll kind of connect it to that flower by slightly overlapping, thereby making it part of that cluster, visually anyway. Whether it makes sense or not is often a question with my pages, and I think they kind of make sense to me, so that may be okay. I have some, when I punched the hole for this tag, my the little holder for let's see if that works. I'll put this on this side. I have to make sure I have which side. And then I'll put a little glue. Anyway, the little holder for all the holes that come out was full. So I emptied it into my little sequin tray, and I thought those would be nice to use, kinda, sorta like sequins, almost. So that's there, and let me see if I like that idea. The colors in these may or may not be appropriate. Why not? All the colors, all the colors. I'm gonna maybe do a little trail. This is going to be silly, I'll bet. And it's not in any way part of the original, so it's going to look strange, I think. I think some of these are two layers, 2 plies. Ooh, I found some that are in the same polka dot blue as the outer layer of framework. There. And there. Whoops. Why not? Put that there. And I want something that's that's got some yellow. Oh, come now. Here's kind of an orangey color. There. Silly, but I like it. And it has absolutely nothing to do with my new glasses or anything else other than I take butterflies always to mean, to signify transformation, and I suppose I'm transformed with my new specs. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday for another Scrap Squad Sunday, and I will have, this is all made with my Scrap Backwards kit. I'll have a brand new Scrap Backwards video tomorrow on Scrap Backwards Monday. So hope to see you then, and I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time to watch this silliness on camera. Bye.